Testing, testing, testing. Hi there, guys. My name is Rohan Beve, and today we are going to be talking about how popcorn pops. Today we're going to be talking about how does a popcorn actually pop. So let's say one day you're going to the movie theater, okay? You're going to watch some maybe brand new action film or a scary film, right? And you're walking down the aisle in the cinema line or whatever. You go up to one of those food stands there, whatever, right? And you get yourself a bucket of popcorn to eat while you watch the movie, okay? But have you ever actually wondered how they make this popcorn, okay? How does it actually pop? Well, it all begins in some corn fields, okay? As popcorn is made out of a special type of corn, okay? Unlike the sweet corn that we usually eat, this is a different type, okay? And we get the seeds from the cobs, okay, which are called kernels, okay? Now, these kernels, okay, one thing we have to know about them is that they have a hard shell, okay? It's not squishy or crunchy like the actual popcorns. But how do we make a popcorn pop, okay? So how it works is, let's say you take half a cup of popcorn kernel. You put the kernels in, let's say, for example, a pot, and you put a little bit of cooking oil in it, okay? And you heat it up. So how a popcorn actually pops is that inside each kernel is a bit of water. Since this is supposed to be a seed, they're supposed to grow into plants, and this water is, well, for water, okay? But when you heat it up, that little bit of water, okay, turns into steam, okay? Turns into a gas. And the steam, as the more heat we put on it, the more the steam expands, okay? But okay, the kernel has a hard shell. And it's the secret to how popcorn pops, because eventually the steam starts pushing out onto the kernel shell, and eventually it just can't take it anymore and expands till it pops. Okay? So that's basically how a popcorn pops. Okay? But let's go back before, okay, to that other example. So you put half a cup of popcorn and you make some popcorn, right? But how does that half a cup turn into an entire bowl? How does that tiny little kernel grow in size? Well, the white stuff, okay, the crunchy stuff, is not even the hard shell. No, it's something called the starch, which is basically food for the baby plant inside, okay? And what happens is the same thing that happens with the water, happens with the starch. The starch expands due to the heat, and when the water forces the hard shell to burst, the starch also bursts with it, okay? And you can't unpop a popcorn. Once it's popped, it stays popped. And hey, we get this tasty snack. That's basically how a popcorn pops. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you next time. Bye bye!